What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review, and today I'm reviewing The Fly. And let me say, this movie, whew, well, it came out in 1986, I believe. It's an R-rated movie, sort of like a horror-esque, sci-fi type of movie. It's starring Jeff Goldblum. It was one of his first big starring roles, and uh man, this movie, my God, it fucking traumatized me. Sorry, move that pop up. Whew, where do I even begin? Well, I gotta say, even though it might seem like I don't like the movie, I think it was a really good movie. I think it was a very, very solid movie. The effects, especially for 1986, were amazing. The acting was really good. Um, and it was good pacing. It was very drawn out. The transformation from Goldblum to the Fly was very Fly guy, whatever, was drawn out really well. And it seemed like it was sciency and awesome and stuff like that. Honestly though, it may have been too good for my own liking. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I really don't like. I'm not a huge fan of these movies where people permanently transform into something else. And I know he dies at the end and he got his head shot off and whatever the fuck. Um, my God, it was so creepy, and with especially near the end with his jaw getting fucking pulled out and then vomiting that white liquid and burning shit up and the fucking like getting the limbs ripped off and like the skin melting off and all that shit. And then the fucking scene where she has that dream of getting the fucking abortion with the maggot. Oh, I was like, that's all fucking time. Grossed me the fuck out. There's a reason why it's rated R. Jesus Christ. But honestly, though, that's what it was supposed to do, and it conveys that really, really well. I'd really never even heard of this movie until we decided to watch it, and now it seems like it definitely stands its mark in time. There's really not been a lot of others that I've seen that have done that good with like transformations and shit. It's really, really good, and I really, really like that. Just credit to the effects team. Malcolm, I said Malcolm because that's what I know him for. Goldblum did a really good job too in this movie, conveying the psychological transformation as well as his scientific role. You could tell a little bit that he was still early on in his acting career. I think there was a couple things that looked a little awkward, looked a little something, but they're highly not noticeable and they're easy to pass by. They're not big things or anything like that. He did an amazing job. His the journalist girl, I don't remember her name. I think maybe Diane or whatever. She's pretty good and she does a really good job with all that stuff. And then there's the guy. Big character plot twist here, because this fucking guy, the editor for this girl at the journaling company. By the way, they have no like military guys or science guys or whatever solving this. They have fucking journalists that go and try and figure out what the hell is going on with Goldblum here, whose name is Seth Brundle, by the way. Which I think was weird, but not too out of the ordinary, seeing the circumstances, if you see the context and all that kind of stuff. So that was fine, but then like this guy, he thinks he's gonna be like this like abusive, like holder backer from a past relationship because they had dated before, and then he comes in and fucking saves the day and shit like that by blowing up the fucking cords that are connecting the tube and shit. So that was really good. So he wasn't a bad guy after all. Yay, woohoo! Okay, yeah, sort of thing. A lot of the other characters were really good as well. There wasn't a whole lot of other characters to really focus on. Of course, there's that girl he brought home from the bar, and then the scene with the arm wrestling. It broke the guy's wrist, and I gotta give credit to the other guy whose wrist got broken for being able to hold it so hard that the bone literally had to give in order to release tension and pressure, which I thought was crazy. And then, but like I'm saying, like these effects were so good, but they were like maybe too good for my liking purposely. But I think if you're into that stuff, like the gory horror transformation, like drawn out stuff, that really, I think because it was so drawn out, it conveys the horror that much more. Which was, yeah, I'm still trying to mentally recover from that, and I may never recover from that. I came into this movie knowing the main premise of what was going to happen vaguely, and I knew I could come in possibly getting traumatized, and I did get traumatized. It's this movie that's just gonna stick in my horrors forever, and I guess there's really nothing I can fucking do about it. But yeah, it was a really good movie to watch, and I definitely, if you have the guts to handle that kind of stuff, and or even into that kind of stuff, like fascinated with that kind of stuff, or are just fascinated with Jeff Goldblum or that kind of stuff, I definitely do recommend going to see this movie. My God, if you're like me, I'd watch it and then maybe do a hypnosis test so you don't remember going to see it. Because you're really, I was like doing all that weird shit because it was so weird, the kind of thing. But no, I have to probably give it a good 9 out of 10. I can't give this movie a perfect 10. I just can't. I can't give this movie a perfect 10 just because of how much it creeped me out. But that was its focus, and it's really well done. And again, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, I'd recommend going to see this movie because it's really, really good. Well, that's gonna do it for this movie review. If you've seen The Fly, I'd like to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. If you've seen anything like it, that's good recommendations to stuff like it. I like to hear about those in the comment section down below. And that's gonna do it for this movie review. However, stay tuned for much more amazing content. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.